Hi.
Hi, greeter.
Hi, Teresa. Yeah. So far, Lola and Sierra, Lola had something tonight, and she was going to try to make it on, but she hasn't so far, so I'm not sure she's going to make it. And Sierra, the same thing. Interesting.
Yep.
But we're here. And
so Jen is our moderator. You'll see Jen down there. She's going to moderate. This is one of my really close friends. And that way you can just take it easy, greeter. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, ladies, just really quick. There was a pretty good delay just now.
There's a delay.
Yeah, it's kind of skipping out a little bit, so just wanted to let you know.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, Bella.
Hello, Bella.
Jakari, hello.
Hi, Jakari.
Sonia, hello. Welcome.
Hello, guys. We're just going to give it a couple of minutes and then we'll start talking. Yes, Jakari, there will be a list. So if you could just put your questions as a queue and then write your question out. And then if you notice Jen, she's online. She's our moderator and she will go ahead and start that list for us, okay? So go ahead and write your questions out.
Jen is that big circle that you see right there.
Yeah. Right there.
I have a face. It's just not here.
Yeah. Show your face, Jen. Show your face. Marie.
Your face.
Just to say hi. There's Jen. She's going to be taking all the questions down.
Yeah. And we're going to try it like this because it makes it nice because there is a lag between what we're saying and when we see you guys typing. So she's able to see it quicker and can tell us what the questions are. So, but feel free to type in your question and she'll start that list for us. One of the things that we were picking up today was how unsettling and how earth-shaking all of this is. There's so many... It's like uncovering so much heartlessness and so much, we've been talking a lot about this. If you follow Debbie and I, the fact that there's a lot of, gosh, I just totally lost my train of thought, but there is a lot of healing that's going on for ourselves, but in the big picture, there's a lot of healing going on in the world. And remember, we've been saying that whatever isn't serving you is not moving. It's falling away. It's going away. So when you take a step back and look at it, why wouldn't we be doing that as a society? And these are such horrible, horrible growth pains that some of us are going through. And we kind of don't know where we're supposed to be, and some of us know what to say, some of us don't know what to say. Some of us can step up and speak our truth and say our things. Hi, YOLO. Some of us are at a loss, and it's okay. You don't have to find words. Some of us that have been fighting the fight and doing the things, especially some of you empaths out there, you really are going to be kind of tired where you're just going to be like, I feel for this. I'm sad at this situation, but I can't hold space for anybody right now. And it's okay. The first and foremost is take care of yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of anybody else. Mm-hmm. So they're saying it's really important for you to hold your space, take care of yourself. So.
Amen. Yeah. You talk about birth pangs, our nation.
Yeah.
Our nation first and foremost. And, but the world, because the world is watching.
Yep.
And so.
And it truly, truly is.
Archie.
uncovering stuff. I mean, that's what I'm seeing. Hi, Georgie. I'm just literally seeing, I've discussed this before. It's like for so long, we've just swept things underneath the rug. And this rug is like this now. It's got so much shit underneath there that it really is about pulling it up. And remember last time I said it was only up just a little bit. It's probably only up to about here now, they show me. It's not even halfway. There's so much crud that we're still uncovering. And I liked what you said, Debbie, it's growing pains. Remember that when you're soul searching and you're doing all that work on yourself, how much it hurts. And so we too are hurting, okay? We are really, really hurting. So,
So we've got a couple questions that are lined up.
Okay.
First one is from Greeter, just wondering about my sisters. Are they prejudiced?
Are her sisters prejudiced?
That's what I gathered, yes.
Okay. Let's see. I don't see that question. I was going to put it up on the board, but I can't.
I don't see that. Oh, right there. Right there.
633.
Yeah. There you go. Oh, I like that. That's fancy. So just to let you guys know that just popped in here. So Sierra will probably be in here pretty soon. Lola is probably not going to come. You'll see another circle on the screen, and that is Jen. She is our moderator. She's going to talk to us because there is such a strong lag in between. Debbie, do you want to take that one, or you want me to start?
Oh, I was like paying attention. I was trying to figure out if we could rephrase that question.
Yeah.
So she clarified she says her younger sister seems to be.
And more, I feel like direction and how to talk to them maybe, or.
Yeah, because, I mean, is that concerning you, Greeter, that just the way that you talk to her, or the way that you guys don't connect? And the reason why I'm asking that is because the minute you said, or the minute, I heard if they are prejudiced, it's like, that's a belief system that you can't tackle. I mean, what I'm getting is if they are, it's not like you can't lead a horse to water.
Right.
You could, I take that back. You could lead a horse to water, but you're not going to make them drink.
There you go. That's the right thing. I knew what you're talking about. Hi, Lisa. Welcome.
Hi, Lisa. Yes, my two sisters think more alike than I do with them. Well, and they're not also, they're also, they're just in a different space and a different energy than you are as well. So it's kind of sad, but we're those of us who are empaths and those of us who are healers, light workers, whatever word that you resonate with, star seeds, indigos, whatever, we're being asked just to shine so bright for everybody else. And it's like, really try to stay true to what your belief is and what you are, because, all I keep seeing is 144,000. Okay.
So, I just want to say, Greeter, that I'm really feeling that, that if you ask them straight out, are you prejudiced, or, is this something that, they would say no.
Yeah.
And they would go, what? No, I'm not prejudiced. I'm seeing that it's more naive, and in that, or not, I don't know if naive is the right word, because that's an excuse, but it's more of
uneducated.
Yes, that's the word I was looking for. They're not educated, and I do feel like, and I'll show you the cards that I have here, but I do feel like maybe you could, if you wanted to, you could talk to them. So you see my the cards that came out for you. Sorry, my glass of water. It's right in the way. You have the Six of Wands, the Eight of Wands, and the King of Hearts. And so that's really coming at the action here is the King of Hearts. And that's really coming from a space of love. Love conquers all. It conquers even not being educated and bringing light and love from a place of love. Because if you bring it from a place of anger, if you're like, what? Duh, you know what I mean? Look at the, this has been going on for, centuries, and, the systematic, all this has been, in place forever. You should know this, but they don't, right? So
let me interject real quick, and I would agree with you because they're saying, perception is reality. How they're perceiving the information that they're getting, the town that they're living. I mean, they're showing me relatives that live in certain small podunk towns, and they're seeing their perception and their reality is so much different than ours because we're in a major city. So, right. To go along with what you're saying there, Debbie.
Yeah, and life experiences and everything. So, but I'm seeing that there's going to be victory over their thought processes and over their heart in regarding this matter and being prejudiced and so forth. And it's one of their life lessons that they're here to get through and conquer. But I see that there's going to be victory here over it.
Yeah. And they would probably, I want to go back to what Debbie said, because if you were to ask them, are you racist or are you this, they're probably going to point the finger back at you and say, well, you are too. So I wouldn't even get into that. I mean, right now, it's to stay in a higher form of love and stay in that space.
Yeah,
because
all about that.
Because there's too many, and anybody that follows me knows I don't really follow politics. I don't like to speak about politics. I think the media lies. And so that's why I choose not to do that. When I ask questions to my guides about politics, they tell me they don't want to get involved in that because everything's going to crumble down as we know it. So I would just, remember that they're your family and love them for the differences and just be okay with their belief system because, this whole entire thing is tearing people apart. And so my guides are saying, just stay in love, stay in the space of love.
Love wins. Love wins. Okay. Higher perspective, love wins. Keep guiding them with love and truth. And praying and hopefully they'll come and see and they'll see the light. Hopefully they'll have an awakening or something. And praying and hopefully they'll.
Sorry,
come and see,
I
and
just turned on YouTube. Apparently,
you can hear me.
I hear you double in stereo.
That's an important question, Teresa, and I'm glad that you asked it. Because I feel like there's probably a lot of all of us may have people that we know that have that prejudice in them, and it's hurtful, and you want to get angry and hate and cut off, but that begets the wrong thing. So hate begets hate, anger begets anger, violence begets violence, and that's what we're seeing happening. And so we need to take it back to love, and love wins. Okay, so blessings, Greeter. Thank you.
Thank you for the question, Greeter. Everyone else that just came in, please feel free to write a question down. Debbie and I will answer it. Also, if you look on the white dot, that is Jen. She is our who's giggling. She is our moderator tonight.
White dot.
Yeah, you're a white dot. You really are. It's a white dot.
Okay.
Okay.
For the next?
Yes.
Thank you, George. I really love that. Sorry, guys. I really love that, you still love him, but his political views are completely different. I've literally today I watched 2 of my family members get into a disagreement, and it just broke my heart.
It's painful.
That these 2 people are getting in a fight over something that, you know, shouldn't be tearing us apart. Just like Debbie said, love wins. We need to stay in love with everything. Love everybody. I mean, if tonight, if everybody could take time and space to just imagine the earth and imagine everybody on earth and shining this beautiful pink light of healing and love to anybody that needs it. You know, we just need to do that as much as possible. So, okay, sorry, Jen.
I want to jump in here too. We need to be angry. We need to feel pain. We need to press through these energies. We need to do this. We're supposed to. We're supposed to be angry about things. We're supposed to cry about things. We're supposed to feel wounded and hurt and all those things. It's important. All those emotions need to come to the surface. But it doesn't mean that you can't lead with love in your actions. Okay. I just want to say that. Okay. So the next question, I'm sorry, Jen.
No worries. Okay, so next we have Sonia Rain Lee. What next steps should I be taking in my spiritual work?
Oh, I always love those.
And just really quickly, everybody, I have a list going, so you don't need to worry about posting twice.
Okay. So, and who asked that? Because I didn't catch the name.
It's on the screen. It's on the screen.
Oh, Sonia. Oh, so, okay, Sonia, they are saying that you have got to have fun. And the reason why I'm saying this is, so they give me this picture, and I'm going to find this card because they're giving this picture in my head, 2 of them, 2 cards. How you saw it before is going to change. Okay. So they're saying that they really want you to kind of just take that path and have fun with it. So there's one of them, and there's the other. You know, they're saying that. So one of the cards that they showed me is this one, and it's the path, and you've got different paths that you can walk and you can travel. And they're saying that they don't want to take it, like, we're not supposed to hand it to you on a platter and say, here you go, this is what you should do. Because you yourself are going to walk down a path and go, you know what, I'm not feeling that. Like, that's really not what I can do. And I don't feel, you know, it just doesn't feel right in my soul. And then they showed me this one, which is, I always say it's the mountains. And I always say with this one is, you can't climb. We live in Colorado, so you can't climb a 14er straight up. You could, but it's going to hurt. There's going to be a lot of bushes. But the best thing for you to do is take the path and have fun on it. And they're, you know, when they showed me this path up the mountain, I literally saw flowers, and they made me smell the flowers, and they made me look at the rocks and envision. And it's really just have fun. I don't know. I am hearing, though, I don't know if you've ever scryed. So what scrying is I thought you had to do it on a mirror. That's what Google said. But scrying, you'll see me stare off or look down or look up, and I'm looking away. It's because I make my eyes lazy, and instead of looking right at the camera. But that's what they're showing me in my head, is you might want to try scrying, S-C-R-Y. Look it up, but basically it's where you just kind of stare off into space and your eyes get really lazy, and then pictures come to you. And it takes some practice. So that's where I'm going to start with that one.
And that's beautiful. It really ties into the vision that I was given for you, Sonia. When I was reading the question, I saw you, and I had to kind of take a look twice because I'm like, am I seeing correctly? But I see you, and you're sitting at a desk, and just literally light is just showering over you, and butterflies. Just every color butterfly, you know, spiritual butterflies, right? Spirit butterflies all around you, which I feel like they're in the spirit. So they're like, they're influence, they're speaking, they're guiding, they're influencing or whatever. But they're there all around you, and you're writing, and you're just like, just so happy, and you're writing down stuff that you're receiving from all these butterflies that are surround you. Is really pretty. And then I received, let me go ahead and turn this on real quick. I received this card for you, and it's solutions. And that's bringing in success that comes from patience and healing energy. So I feel like be patient, and it's going to come in ways that you can't even imagine. Like what you hear, what you get, what influences you, what comes to you is going to come in different ways that you would have never expected with that. So go ahead, Karen. I'm going to throw some more cards for you, Sonia, here on this.
So I got this deck a while ago, and so it's awesome. And so it's usually for healers. And I threw these 2 cards, but I really want to read this because I had to put my eyeballs on, some of these cards I don't know. So I really want to read this and make sure you get this. So this one was Divine Feminine. Okay. So the wisdom of Divine Feminine. And it says, Divine Feminine wisdom empowers you to grow into your vision, your dreams, your fulfillment, your life purpose. Perhaps you envisioned a very different life for yourself than what you are experiencing right now. This wisdom reminds you that you can experience even the most extraordinary dreams of reality if you are just willing to grow into what you desire, to become what you seek. Surrender your plans about how you can best manifest your dreams, and instead just allow life to guide and nourish you through your experiences each day. Remember, that's that path that I was talking about. Mm-hmm. The universe supports your divine destiny and is helping you become all that you are meant to be. And then the reassurance of golden light. Okay. This one, I know what this one means. This one, I've never picked the other one before. This one basically means it's like, you are a clear channel. Mm-hmm. And what I always tell people is, if you start, if you start figuring out how you're channeling, and so you can start, they're saying you could even try to automatic write and just start off. I always automatic write with, what does Spirit have for me today? Or what is Spirit, my guardian angels, and anyone that has my highest and best good? What information do you have for me today? And just start writing. Who cares if it makes sense? Who cares if it's, well, tonight I'm going to have this for dinner. Just start writing and get in the habit. But they're saying that you are a clear channel, so you just got to practice on how that information is coming through. Okay. You got another one, Debbie, or no?
I do. I'm just setting up something. I wanted to get a little closer to the cards so we can see them.
And also, Sonia, what they're saying is, remember that because you are a healer and a teacher, whether you're doing it right now or not, you got to have good boundaries about taking care of yourself. Most of us healers, when we first step into that role, we give and we give and we give. And, there's someone out there, that, sorry, I have to answer this question. Please feel free to write a question. We have an ongoing list. You only have to write it once. So anyways, it really is about just having really good boundaries and taking care of ourselves, because we tend to connect with people that sometimes don't have our highest and best good, like narcissists. because we're this beautiful shining light. So they're saying, make sure that you're taking care of yourself, and it's okay to say no. It's really important. It's okay to say no.
Okay, and to segue off of that, I wanted to say, okay, so you have the 7 of Wands here coming in. I'm sorry, 7 of Swords and the boat. And that's talking about it's time to move forward. Okay, so it's like you want all your ducks in a row before you move forward. Like you want to know everything's in place, but it says, you know, you've got some stuff, you've got some goods. It's time to take what you've got and go ahead and move on. I mean, not move on, but move forward. Okay, with that. Here in the middle energy, you have the 7 of Pentacles. Again, that's saying that you've harvested, you've planted, you've got it there. It's growing, okay? And then you have the 2 of Wands, and again, that same enterprise. It's all in place. You've put it all in place, and the heart, you know, covers both those things. It's in your heart. You've put your heart into it. It's ready to go and to go ahead and move forward here. And here, the action cards, you have the 8 of Pentacles and the Garden. So now it's really about taking and honing it in. And with that Garden coming in there, is this social media? Is that something you're thinking of? Is it something, are you thinking about getting on YouTube? Are you thinking about something with getting your gift out there and utilizing that in social media? That's the Garden. Or it's just like, it's time to take it to the streets now, Mama. It's time to get it out there, right? And so that is what I'm seeing here.
And ask to bring in that people that will hear your message, that want to hear your message, people that, you know, it's not about just bring anybody to me. It's about bring anybody that resonates with your message. Usually when I do fairs, people that come to me are usually people that are stepping on their path, have a lot of relationship problems. And trust me, when I first started, I didn't want to hear about people's relationship problems, but it's what kind of comes, you know, but you're going to have people that come to you that resonate with you. So that's awesome. So yeah, that they resonate with you.
And I just want to say, everybody, and Sonia, I use these cards for the first time right now on your reading, and love is love. In honor of Pride Month, I pulled out my Pride cards.
Okay, so I got initiation, which is basically you're going to be initiated. I mean, you're stepping forward. Remember, Sonia, that what they're telling me, okay, so I see things in my head, pictures. So they're showing me a wine glass. If the wine glass is full, they can't put any more wine. So it really is a time for you to heal and for you to let stuff go. And that comes from this way. This is about separating. This is about separating from anything that does not have your highest and best good. It truly is walking away. And they're showing that you are vibrating like this, and you're starting to vibrate more and more and more, and you just keep going. These people that are not vibrating at the same rate or you are going to start dropping off. Mm-hmm. And it hurts when they leave. It hurts not to have that change, but keep asking for your spiritual family to come into your life. Okay. Yeah. And saying that you're going to be really receptive. You know, receptivity is just, they're trying to help you and guide you. So they're also saying, once again, how you used to get information may not be how you get it now. So just anytime you think that it might be a message or it might be a sign, or I always say my spidey senses are kicking, just say, thank you, give me more. I will take that as a sign. Thank you, give me more.
Yeah. And I feel like with the vision that they gave me of you, Sonia, with all those different colored butterflies, spiritual butterfly, this is very different. And so be prepared. You're going to start getting information in a new way. You'll still get your information like you have been, but something new is coming in for you. And I love that. But you have everything you need right now to go ahead and move forward. And Georgie, thank you. I love these cards. They're each one is by a different artist.
Wow.
And so they're all very different. And I love it. And this is the box. Let's see if I can get it in there without the glare. There you go.
That is gorgeous.
Yeah, so it's called Pride Tarot. This picture here is the sun, and that's the sun card in the deck. But yeah, beautiful cards, and I love that each one is a different artist. So bringing in all the different energies and beauty and art into him. So yeah, so thank you. Yeah,
Sonia, it really is just about taking that time to figure out how you do it. Because you're picking it up. They're telling me that you pick it up. And sometimes you just walk right by the signs. So tonight when you go to bed, I would ask your guardian angels to tweak your brain and then ask them that, hey, I'm not getting this. You're going to have to dumb it down for me or do something different, because they're showing me that you're getting signs, but you walk past them. So to change it up, because you don't, sometimes you don't see them, but don't feel bad about it.
Yeah, no, and just keep, because you know they're talking to us, and yeah. I don't know if you remember that that commercial, that Verizon commercial. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Yeah. And so it's like they're always talking, and so it's like, can you hear me now? But I do see you sitting there writing, so it's almost like writing, say, I need a message today from you. And you're writing it down and say, and you can start with something you just want to say. I'm grateful for this and that and whatever. And then I want to hear from you. And then just write what is coming. I just see you writing, and the writing. And allow that to come forth. And it might feel weird at first, but as soon as you start flowing it down, it's going to be amazing.
And this is for anybody in the room that wants to kind of get more spiritual, or, they're telling me that you can look up light language on YouTube. And so specifically listen to light language. If you listen to it, and it's not suiting you, it's hurt, like it just doesn't sound beautiful to you, change it to someone else. I love Marlene Cronin. She's awesome. And so I listen to her a lot. So that's what I would do, is listen to light language on YouTube. Okay. Yeah. So
yeah, find some practices that will that you do that will get you your everything opened up, to hear. So yeah, that's exciting, Sonia. I'm excited for you. You have it all. It's time to start putting it out there. Practice.
Yeah, you really have people. I mean, I've never seen this sign, so it's like having a whole pie, but you have this whole entire branch of the pie, or this piece of the pie, and it's like this whole people that only you can touch. These people would not go to Debbie and I. So you got your people out there. You've got your, hello, Sierra.
Hi.
So it's like, fly your flag, do what you got to do. It is going to be awesome. And don't second guess yourself. Don't ever second guess yourself. Just try to explain what you see or what you feel, and then ask that person, does this make sense to you? But don't go, oh my gosh, I don't think I should say this. Just put it out there and say, this is what I'm thinking, or this is what I'm feeling. And if they're not, they can help guide you to what it means. When I get new signs, usually when somebody's sitting in front of me, I'm like, what does that mean to you? Let's talk about this. Right. Because they're the ones that usually know what it means. I'm still trying to figure out what it is. So I'm happy for you that you got a whole piece of pie out there, sister, right there.
That's right. Yeah, that's so exciting. I'm so excited for you, Sonia. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Blessings.
So again, we'll explain. This is Sierra.
Hi.
That just popped in, who has a lot of sun apparently.
Yeah.
The white is Jen, who tells us who our next question is. So put a Q, write your question. She'll copy it. You only have to do it once. And then we ask her and she'll tell us who's next. So who's next, Jen?
Who's next?
So next is Jakari.
Jakari.
In boxing, in that career path, do you see me being successful?
Boxing.
Jakari, I think you've been in before and you've seen us read before, but I get this. This is my sign for this is what I'm going to do for a job. And then you've got some other things going on here. You know, they go like, they literally go like this. Like you've got a couple of ways that you could make money. I worry about the boxing and an ear. I don't know what it is about that. But I worry about an ear. Is there anything wrong with your ear currently, Jakari? What's the future hold for Jakari?
Okay.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. I really do. I don't know if it's like if there's a hit or if there's something and then I lose a little bit because it's like somebody just stuck their finger in my ear and I can only hear out one. So I worry about that. Just be aware. I mean, I'm not saying that, okay. I'm not saying it could, you know, for some reason, they're just showing me that the ear, something gets, you know, the ear. So, yeah. Okay.
So I had you know, Jakari, I saw you boxing, and since that I was being given while you were boxing is that it really is a type of yoga for you. I know that sounds weird, but that's what I was sensing. It was a type of yoga for you. It's very centering. It's very grounding for you, and that's good. That's good energy for you as far as getting that grounding and that centering. And it's almost like that's the time when you really focus because there's other times, the other parts of your life, it kind of gets busy and loud, so to speak, like lots of stuff going on, and it gets loud for you. And this is a place where you actually can focus. So that's beautiful for you. But as far as like making it a career, I'm not sure. I didn't get that message, so I'm going to check in with the cards. But I do see that it is, as far as kind of like a yoga thing for you. It's really good. It's good for centering for you. Jakari says he gets a he says on the screen.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Just watch it. I mean, like I said, I don't know if something happens with the ear, but you know, they just, when I heard boxing, it was just, I just felt like something happened. I get popped and, you know, this hurts. So
as far as the ringing goes, that generally that means there's just like a switch up in energy around you, like spirit.
Okay. So this is totally lack of clarity. This is clarity.
We can hear you.
Well, I'm just kind of reading my cards out loud. Sorry.
like we can hear you.
There, right? Krista should get in the screen.
She is. So like I'm seeing that there's a little bit of lack of clarity around this for you in some way. There's just not like a full blown honest answer that you're giving yourself or others around you. There's some involvement, and that it's going to take some work to get to this achievement, but that like it's Ace of Swords, like that is full clarity and full success in whatever you are trying or setting out to do.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Sierra, I like that you said you, and I don't know how you said it, but someone else, like it was very, I had picked a bunch of cards earlier. And so when you said someone else, it kind of clicked for me, because this is about connection. I mean, there's a connection that has to happen.
right.
And then comes the harvest. Okay, you get to harvest the fruit. But then I really want you to be careful, Jakari, because here's what I got. And girls, you can look at it at a different way. So the 5 cards that I picked out was, let me put them in order so we have it. So it would be something, we're going to use this as the signifier. So something new is coming. Something's new is on the horizon. But then when you look at what's going, it's like there's going to be some letters, papers, cards, money. This is what this means to me. And immediately I saw like maybe some like you hiring a manager. And so it was funny when Sierra said somebody's not like somebody else. I'm like, oh, that could be it. The somebody isn't there yet. But this is the commitment. So you're going to have a commitment with this somebody who helps you out. But it's going to take a little time. Like we said, you can't climb a mountain straight up. It's you would, it would hurt, you'd fall, but you got to go down the path and take your time. But I would say that you be careful. And the what I saw was cross your T's and dot your I's, so that if you go signing any contracts, that you have really looked at this, you have really checked it out. You're really keen. Don't go, this guy says he can make you this much money, and you're like, yeah, you sign away, and next thing you know, he's getting over half of it. Okay, so just be careful. Cross your T's, dot your I's, make sure you're looking at if anything happens with contracts, okay?
Awesome.
Go ahead. Whoever's next.
Okay. Let's see how this works. Okay. So I wanted to show you that I drew this overall energy here, and that's really birthing something new. And combined with that mountain that Karen drew as well, it takes time. So it's really, and it has to come at a natural pace. You can't rush a birth, right? So, but here, look in the spread here, you got the Empress again, okay? And so really bringing that home, that this is something that, you know, you work up to, but if this is what you desired, then put it in place and, you know, kind of make it happen, so to speak. Here in the middle, let's see if you can see these. So I can bring them closer to the camera so you can see these beautiful cards. You have the Magician, and the Magician has all the elements, you know, in place for you to move forward and make it happen, like manifest, make it happen. And they have everything in place there. And then it's crossed with the Knight of Cups. And so it's like moving forward with what's in your heart. What do you want? What do you want to manifest? What do you want it to look like? What do you want it to feel like? What do you want it to, you know, everything about it.
And don't fly fish. Sorry, I had to interrupt you. They said don't fly fish. Explain that, please.
Go ahead.
So don't fly fish means don't go, I really want this and I want it to look like this and I'm going to make this and I'm going to get that. But what if it doesn't make me happy? And what if I decide I don't really want it? Or what if it changes and and you pull it back? So they're saying once you throw that fishing pole out there of what it looks like, what do you want? How do you want to see it? leave it there, and then be happy with what you have right now.
Right.
Sorry
Yeah.
to interrupt.
No, that's good. And, you know, the to-do card, the action card here is the star. And, you know, that's very hopeful. That's also wishing upon a star, getting your wish, manifesting that, and going for it. So these are beautiful cards, and taking in all the messages that you received here from Spirit, from all of us, putting that all together. It's kind of like kind of putting it back. What do you want? I mean, you do feel good in that space of boxing. We figured that out with it, really grounding yourself. It really grounds you and focuses you, and you feel best when you're in the ring. But how do you manifest that? How do you give birth to that, so to speak? So how do you make that happen for you? And I'm drawn to this card for you, and it's the Knight of Cups. And that's just moving forward with all your heart towards your goal. So
Yay.
Blessings, Shikari.
I scrolled up a little ways, and it was funny because I think it was someone was asking me if they could steal my thing when I said I got to put my eyeballs on. Yeah, yeah, you can steal that.
Hi, Kathy.
So next is YOLO. And just again, everybody, I am keeping a running list of questions. They are going to be read in order as to when they're asked.
YOLO.
YOLO.
Next is YOLO.
Okay.
So you only need to ask the question one time.
For some reason, you're really light, Jen. I can barely.
Yeah, we can barely hear you.
You know what? My hair was kind of over the mic. How's that?
A little better.
Better.
I would put on the video so you could see the ridiculousness happening, but I'm not going to.
Sounds like you're in a huge, great hall.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has a tall ceiling, so she kind of
do. Sorry.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, Yola would like to know if she can have a general love reading. Yola.
All right, general love reading.
And again, just go ahead and ask your question in the chat. If you could put a Q at the beginning so that it's easier to pull them out, that would be great. And you only need to ask one time, and I'm getting a running list together.
And the voice is Jen. That's that little round white dot.
If you knew that I was eating dinner right now, you would thank me.
Okay.
Sorry, I laughed. So YOLO, is there someone in your life currently? And the reason why I'm asking that is because what I got was I picked you out. So, you know, basically, okay, what does she have? What's going on with her as far as romance? And then I got this, which is you need to put yourself out there. And then in my head, I heard you can't buy the ticket, or, you know, you can't win the lottery unless you buy the ticket. Mm-hmm. But everything's going to be okay. And you've just got to really, really, you know, this is my card for like, look and manifest it. Really decide what you want.
It's like pausing and deciding that.
Yeah.
You don't have anybody in your life right now.
Okay. That makes sense. Cause it's like, you know, this card is all about what do you really want? And I don't know if you've heard me say this, YOLO, but for everybody out there that struggles with relationships, I always say, do the 3 papers. Your first piece of paper is what you don't want. I don't want an alcoholic. I don't want someone who abuses me. I don't want someone who does drugs, whatever your things are. And then your second piece of paper, you change all of that into positive statements. I want someone who's responsible with alcohol. I want someone who's responsible with drugs. I want someone who treats me like a queen or a king, whatever you decide. And then you throw away the first piece of paper. And your third piece of paper is we always want to manifest, or we always want to bring in Mr. Right or Mrs. Right. But we never really look at ourselves to what are you going to change if you have this beautiful, perfect relationship? Because you can't keep being the same person. You know, we're not all perfect. And you have to look at yourself and say, where did I mess up? I know for me, when I did this, I literally thought, because I have this person that I can talk to and I can be so open with, I am going to talk to him and he's going to be my best friend, and I can go without judgments and I can talk to him about anything. And that really, truly how it is for me and my spouse. So I would say, you know, you really got to really be honest. And my guides are pretty vulgar sometimes, which is funny, but they literally say, like, you got to pick your balls up and you've got to sit here and be really, really honest about what you want. I mean, we have been programmed. I'm going to go on my little soapbox here. Sorry, ladies. We have been programmed to believe there's not enough for everybody. That there's not enough this, there's not enough that. Spirit is going, there is so much. So put what you really want. If you want someone that has a lot of money, then put that down. If you want someone who, you know, got all their stuff together, put it down. Don't sit here and say, well, I can't ask for that because it's not going to be enough. Okay. Sorry, guys. Go ahead.
Okay. Before we get started, YOLO, so Kathy, that little white dot on the screen that you see is Jen, and she's keeping the list. So you are on the list, but we don't know. Jen's secretive about the list.
Yeah, she's protective about her list.
But you're on it.
I could not unmute myself. I'm so sorry. I just was like silent. So next on the list is...
It's not next. No. So Kathy was just wondering where in the world she's on the list. So and she was asking Greeter, because Greeter usually keeps the list. So I just
she's 3 from the bottom, and we have probably 7 in the middle.
Okay.
So a little ways away.
A little bit of ways. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. All right. Lola, did you want to go, Sierra? YOLO. I mean, Sierra. I called you Lolo. I called you Lola. Then I called you YOLO. And you're my daughter, Sierra. Please go.
So I am seeing that you are doing so much work right now. You've cut off like things that aren't helping you, and you are like literally doing work and beautiful things and are appreciated for that, and also protecting all of what you're doing, I feel too. But it is leading you into the garden, which is a social, you know, what's the Lenormand garden like?
It's like getting out there, social media. It's either social media, you know, or like literally getting out there socially.
Which is into the realm of emotion, really. Yeah. And with that, I hope that you can just feel rooted enough to sort of let go of the protection and let yourself flourish, feeling grounded in all the things that you've done to this point, because it's taking you into a beautiful place, what you've done for yourself.
And that just goes perfectly with what cards came down here for you. You know, I'm using these new cards that I told you guys about, Love is Love cards for Pride Month. And I forgot to take this card out of the deck when I was shuffling. But it came in and I kept it. because life, healing, sunlight, nature, serenity, spirit, it's all about balance for you. And part of that is that grounding. But anyways, bringing in that balance, and love is part of that. So anyways, I wanted to keep that in there. It's beautiful. Okay, again, guys, so we have the magician here, Lola. I want to call you Lola, sorry. YOLO. Lola's not here tonight. Okay, magician. You have the magician coming in here. That's talking about that manifesting that Karen was bringing in, talking about for you. Here in the middle of the energy here, we have the magician again. So it's really taking you back. What do you want? What are you wishing for? What do you see? You have it. You have what it takes. You have everything in your life, and you have that balance. You have the ability to manifest and bring in what you want. Okay, that's two strong energies. And with the Two of Swords coming in with that, it's making that decision. Do you want this? Do you want a relationship? Is it time? You may be enjoying. You kind of might be enjoying not having to answer to some. Not really answer to someone, but you know what I mean. Like just have someone else that's in your energy that you're caring for as well. And I don't want to say answer to. What else? What other word would you use there, Karen?
I'm sorry. I got a little sidetracked because I saw a word on the screen. But could you go back to what you were saying a minute ago?
Like she's running her show right now. Like she's doing the work and having her.
Yeah, it's like your space, and you're used to doing it your way. And are you ready for someone else to come into your space? That's what I'm looking for.
Exactly. And the other thing is, right now we're in such a state of, this goes for everybody. We're in such a state of, we were talking earlier about the heartlessness of the energy now, and the unsettling of the energy now. So anything that you're trying to manifest right now, keep in mind, this is going to take a few months to get here. So don't make the mistake, YOLO, of going, gosh, it's not happening. It's not coming. Oh my gosh, it's not happening. It's not happening. Mm-hmm. And because you keep saying it's not happening, it's not happening, it's not going to happen. They're telling me the reason why they want you to know this is, put it out there, know that this person exists, put your thing out there, whatever it is, know that it exists, and just sit back and wait, because this person does have a little bit of work to do. And so we need them fixed before they step up to you. Mm-hmm. Okay. So,
but when you're ready, we do have an energy coming in, YOLO, for you. We have the King of Pentacles. So someone that brings security and helps you feel secure in yourself. It creates a space where you're your best self. So very secure, could be secure financially as well. A mature person, okay? And with that Ace of Swords, that's really bringing in that energy, and strong, and stands for truth, and like-minded, and so that's what I'm seeing.
I picked 3 cards, which was do not feel sadness and isolation. Okay, don't get stuck in that space. Remember, it's going to happen. It's going to be awesome. Don't get stuck there. Daydreams and decisions is really focus on what you really want, not what you don't want, but what you really, truly want. And then things come together. I mean, you're going to get what you want. It's going to come, and it's going to be so awesome and so beautiful. So I'm excited for you. Just be patient.
Yep. All right. Blessings to you, YOLO. Thanks for the question.
All right. So next we have Bella White. I'm not sure if Bella's on still, but hopefully. She says, I need more clarity as it relates to my connection with John. Is he my soulmate or twin flame? And does spirit want me to let him go? and she's here.
Okay.
Okay.
Whoever wants to go first, because I'm doing it backwards.
Okay. I was trying to find her question. I could put it up, but I can't. It's gone. You know how when it gets too, I can't find it.
It was at 6. It was at 6:36. If that's helpful.
Okay, thank you. Yes, that is.
Yeah,
So I'm still pulling cards, but
I don't have it anymore on my feed. So, oh well. Okay. So sorry. I was trying to be all professional with getting that up there, but it's not around. So
right now Venus is in retrograde, which means that there are a lot of like it's all about relationships, and you should be getting some insight that you may know and aren't exactly like admitting to knowing, but also it's recommended not to make any decisions until she comes back, which is
25th.
the 25th of this month. So it's a time of really looking into all your relationships and, you know, the good and the bad and what's happening, but not to really take action in them until after.
Oh, thanks, Jen.
yeah, that was very helpful.
For
Thank you.
y'all.
So,
Welcome.
you know, Bella, I was seeing, I see you, you know, holding hands and jumping from rock to rock, you know, like you're on a hike, but you're just jumping from rock to rock and holding hands. And so I need to check further in to get a deeper message on what that might mean for you. But I see that you're on the same level. It's not like it's not like one person is pulling another person up the rock. It's like you're just enjoying the journey together at the same level. So, and that could come in with the soulmate, but we'll see. Or a twin flame. And I love that about, that's a good message for all of us, Sierra, to, you know, not make any big decisions until the 25th of June, correct?
I have to double check that date.
I'll have to double check, but I'm pretty sure that's the date.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right.
So here's what I did, because I knew you ladies would be focusing on her. And so I was just kind of curious where his brain was at.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, so I just went to him and I said, what's he thinking about?
That's a good idea.
Whatever he's got going on, okay, whatever it is, because I have no idea. They're not going to tell me. I mean, I'm hearing that he's got a good perspective of it. He's looking at it. He's got a good idea of what's going on. I mean, he's doing some soul searching. This is his, you know, why can't I think of the word? His foundation. You know, he's looking at his foundation. He's looking at himself. So when you have the tree, and when you have the cross and the tree, to me, I mean, he is really looking at himself and really trying to decide, what's going on. He's looking at things that take away too much from him. I just saw a job for some reason. Like, I'm really concerned with my job. I'm not sure if he is having problems with his job, but that's what I'm seeing, is that, I'm concerned with my out stuff. And I want to back up what Sierra says, which is, don't do anything. I mean, I'm being told, like, they got me sitting back with my legs up in the air, crossed, kicking back and going, don't make any decisions, because don't jump. They keep saying, don't jump the gun. Don't jump the gun. Just sit back. It's going to fade the way it needs to fade, or stay the way it needs to stay. So, but there is something new coming. Okay.
So, yeah. Okay. Let's take a look at these real quick. I feel like you all said everything. But I do want to back that up as far as taking that time and evaluating before you get back into it. This is talking about taking that time away and really evaluating and understanding what this relationship is, okay? And before you get back into it. So this is an important time. And then here we have justice, and that's bringing in that balance, bringing that, balancing the scales, so to speak. So I feel like the relationship hasn't been balanced, but it needs to come in, like, there needs to be a balance. If this relationship is going to work, there needs to be more of a balance for you.
Yeah. I want to back that up. And, or were you done, Debbie? I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's fine. Go ahead.
No, you said balance, and this is one of the things that I got. So,
Oh yeah.
Your throat chakra, when your throat chakra and your third eye, your throat chakra comes out, it's like you're not speaking your truth. You're not saying what you need. There's definitely ways to speak and not feel like you're being the bad guy. And it's just, I feel like this when, third eye.
I'm also getting that there's sort of like an isolation occurring. Maybe like, the tower in the Lenormand.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is the energy that's between them, and it's blocking your flow, like your own life force, your energy. It's being blocked by the whole thing. And I'm getting that if you let him go, like, you are opening yourself up to boundless love. Like,
yeah.
Like, it's, the heart is there in my reading, but it's a no for him. That's what I'm getting.
Right.
Well, and I want to back up is, none of us have really said, walk away, run away. What we're saying is, you can just sit back and this might fall off on its own.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't feel like you have to make a decision. And I want to point that out. I don't think anybody, am I wrong? And does anybody feel that way? Like run?
No.
Not run. No.
But to back up everything, Bella, we have the three of Raphael coming in here, talking about that other option coming in. And here in the middle, the center, you have the Knight of Cups. And, bringing in that fullness of love and this is that new energy that could possibly come in. And if you're ready. And then you have the Nine of Cups there. And that's bringing in just fullness and what you would always hope for. Okay, and those two were the center of the reading. Okay, so beautiful. Hopefully that helped, Bella.
Oh, I forgot that I had these two. I didn't finish. So they're saying that shine because there's something new and wonderful coming. There's something awesome coming to you. So remember, you don't feel like you have to go cut this off. It's like, take your time. It'll work out the way it needs to.
Okay, awesome, Bella. Blessings. I hope that was helpful. And I wanted to back up
So
there.
sorry.
Thank you for that funny question. Okay, so there was one here. Okay, M was questioning Sierra and Carissa about why on the 25th. They didn't.
What was that?
Why on the 25th? Why wait till the 25th? Why can't we make any big decisions right now?
Okay, I'm gonna have the astrologer come on.
Okay, the astrologer, Carissa, welcome.
Hello.
Hi.
So right now we are in the middle of Venus being retrograde. She went retrograde on May 13th, and it's like a 40-ish day cycle. So I think it's right around the 25th. And the way that it's working right now, she is conjunct with the sun. So she's retrograde, asking you to look back at these relationships that you've had and just review them, see how you feel about them. They're in Gemini right now. So it's like topics of just like mental stimulation and like that
Communication.
right are coming up. So she's conjunct with the sun right now. Well, tomorrow it happens. So you should be having this like moment of clarity of what you really want. And then it's also the start of a new Venus cycle. Like the cycle starts tomorrow, finishing up this cycle that started 18 months ago in Scorpio. So anyway, you're going to have the rest of this time while Venus is retrograde to kind of like review and integrate what she has taught you.
Very cool.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's extremely potent energy for Venus because she is what integrates our body and spirit on this planet. She's love and beauty and really like integral in on our Earth story, right? Like as a collective and what we're here to create. And we do that through relationship primarily. But there's lots of ways to do it also on our individual paths, of course.
So I just want to give a shout out for Sierra and Carissa because we will be coming on and doing a live stream, just doing these Venus readings.
Yes, we wanted to do that today, but felt a heaviness in the collective that we didn't want to interfere with today. So, and we also have a baby bird that decided to take its first flight as we're doing these readings right above our head. It's wild, and we've like brought it back to life. It fell out of its nest. And it just took its first flight right now. And I believe it's because we're doing readings right under it. And it was feeling the frequencies sort of elevated up here. A high frequency animal, indeed.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Carissa and Sierra, for that.
Yes, awesome, awesome.
So we look forward to doing that live stream, and you all come back and get your Venus readings. I feel weird, but
Okay,
Anyway.
so next we have Georgie Moon, 638, if that's helpful, Debbie.
Let's see.
And
I think I only go back as far as 6:52
you know
now.
what? How about I just repost it?
That is
Does
awesome.
that sound okay?
Yes.
Okay. Hold, please.
Yeah, I'll see you repost it and then I can just click on it. I'll know that's the one.
There it goes.
Awesome. Thank you.
So there is a little bit of a delay with the YouTube video. So just so you know.
Oh, okay. Thank you. All right. Georgie Moon, will I be moving by the end of June? Ooh. Georgie, I'm seeing you sitting on a floor and there's boxes around you and you're just kind of sitting there with your arms on the boxes. So let's see what that's bringing in. So, I mean, I don't know what you all are getting, but I'm getting, it might not be by the end of June. I see with the Two of Swords, we have kind of like, it's a little bit of a block because there's some kind of decision. And then we have, but you're going to be saving money with this decision. It's going to be a better money choice if you hold off. And then move, and after that you'll be moving forward. But I don't see it in June. How about you guys? By the end of June.
Sarah, you want to go first, or you want me to go?
You can go first.
So what I picked out was, and ladies feel free to chime in. So the theme was no, some sort of, this might not happen. And it's because there's some sort of agreement.
Oh my God.
And so
that's exactly what we got.
Yeah, this agreement.
Hold them up so they can see.
Hold up.
Okay, so we got no. This is the devil.
Yeah.
Reversed. And because of the Two of Cups.
Okay.
And it was connected by the path. So making that decision. But it was preceded by the heart and followed by the house. So
interesting.
like the home.
I got the house.
Yeah.
And then I got, the garden. So there's something, it seems like just something, when in my mind's eye, what I feel is like, here's this agreement, or here's how it's supposed to work, but it just kind of goes, and it just goes off kilter just a little bit. But I do believe that, immediately I saw what Debbie saw, which was financially, this is going to work out in your favor.
Yeah.
So however this is, and it could be the smallest of things. It's funny that you said boxes, because all of a sudden I got like the moving company or something. It's just silly. It's just something doesn't work out the way you plan it. And
right. It's kind of like she's stuck there with these boxes and there's like no help. That's kind of what it looked like, right? Interesting.
Yeah. So I would say, but Georgie, I'm a big manifester, and I don't think we've ever, you've seen me read, but what I would say is just keep putting it out there that if it doesn't happen, it is for the best, and that something wonderful will come to make up for that. Don't think negative thoughts, okay? Because negative only brings negative. So It's going to be something wonderful. If we're seeing it correctly, it'll be because of something wonderful that'll benefit you in the long run.
It's going to be better for you, for sure.
Yeah.
You feel very secure in it.
Yeah, it feels good.
With that it's going to bring in that security with that King of Pentacles or King of Coins or King of Diamonds. Whatever way you want to look at this card, it's bringing in a better, you're going to feel more secure with that. And you're going to save money. It'll be financially better.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not, I mean, it doesn't seem like a long time though. So it'll be good.
Manifesting. Yeah. So you've been manifesting for 2 years. So it's going to come to fruition. So it's going to be great, Georgie. Awesome. Okay. All right. We are ready. Blessings, and we'll be lifting you up, wrapping you up with lots of love.
So next one from Lisa. May I have a general message, please?
Okay.
General message from Lisa.
From Lisa? Okay.
Yeah, or Lisa.
Can you type that out for me? Because I can't. Okay. Hi, Lisa. Okay.
Did.
You did? Oh, there. I'm sorry. It's facing in front of me. I'm so sorry. Okay.
No, all good.
All right.
Lisa, I'm not sure what they immediately draw me to your work. They immediately draw me to a change there. And so it's it's not a bad thing, but they immediately show me work and some change that's going to happen with work. Are you aware of that yet? Doesn't answer.
Well, there's a little delay, so.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah, there's a change going on there. I got the Tower, which is kind of like, to me, the Tower can represent several things. The Tower can represent things just taking time. The Tower can represent a lot of changes coming your way. Sometimes the Tower can even represent court, like going to court. Do any of those kind of resonate with you? And there's a reason why I'm asking, because feel free to jump in, ladies.
Are you a business owner?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like you're a business owner, but your help might be a little unreliable right now.
So I got this mail. And this is kind of, you're going to have to make a decision about this mail, whether that's a relationship or, like the other lady said, in business. It just seems like it's just a little odd there. Something's not right. It's not working out the way that it needs to be. This is, to me, this is letter, papers, cards. So my husband's work for my father's business. Okay. This is letters, papers, cards, money. There's something going to change with that. There's some change going on. So just be aware.
Yeah.
And if I could pop in real quick, just to back up what you guys are saying. Lisa, this first card that came in for you, the overall energy here of the reading I have down here is the 5 of Gabriel, and it's talking about a challenge that you're facing and about trying to find a resolution for this challenge, and it also is talking about withdrawing from the drama of others. So make sure when you're looking at this challenge.
Oh, she got the Osho.
that,
We got this from the Osho deck too.
wow, suppression. Yeah. Wow.
So with the conditioning.
Oh goodness, yeah, all of the.
Whoa.
So Lisa, this is important. Okay, so we're waiting for a court settlement. She's waiting for a court settlement. So that would be the better document.
So I think clarity is starting to emerge. I'm seeing that there's awareness here around the situation. Are you guys feeling that?
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I got the coffin. So it's definitely.
So yeah, you're gaining the clarity of this, and you said about court, and that makes sense to this card. You're getting the victory is yours.
Yeah,
this victory is coming for you with the Page of Pentacles. That means that money coming in or whatever that is happening.
That, I'll go back to this, like Debbie said, that money, that letter paper cards money, something's going to happen. Something's going to click for it. It's going to be okay.
Mm-hmm. And the action card here, and I'm sorry. Oh, it's my phone. My phone is dying. So there it goes. My phone died. So we have the Empress here, and that's like your action card. And bringing in that that you've really put a lot into this, and that Empress. Whenever I see this card, I always think of Sierra. Sierra is the Empress to me. To that Mother Earth feeling, like and that birthing. She's just a mother of all. And putting things in action and really seeing them through, and she having that capability to get things done. So keep in that mindset and just keep moving forward and being that pillar for those around you. But
and staying in your peace, however you find peace.
Mm-hmm.
That's the lilies, that staying in whatever situation, because it feels really heavy and intense. So
when the court card comes out, when that tower comes out, Lisa, what I know that had worked for me in the past when I had a situation with court was I'm a very visual person. So I went online and I put a picture of Saint Expedite, and Jen can tell you this worked for her too. So Saint Expedite, I printed out a picture of him. I prayed over and I said, please, let this be for the best of the child and what was going on with the child. And Saint Expedite is in charge of court cases, court hearings, judges, lawyers, those kinds of things. So, my suggestion, if you want to do something, it would be that. It would be print out a picture, light a candle, pray to Saint Expedite that he, do this in such a very quick fashion, in a quick way, and that it be the best for your family. So,
yeah. Thank you, Jen, for writing that down, and thank you, Jima, for the laugh. Saint Impossible Cases. I love it. Jen, I was just thinking, I was going to say, Jen, can you write that out? And there it popped up. You're one step ahead of me, Jen.
I'm trying.
So I have the writer bringing in that message of peace. So that's preceding all of this death energy here.
That is
whatever's dying and being raised right now.
So it's going to happen. You know, it's going to happen. This is the harvest. It's going to happen. It's going to come out the way it needs to. So just have patience. And, you know, I always say 4 people manifest, or a lot of people manifest more than one. So if you get everybody thinking this is wonderful, this is great, it's going to happen, and think about that instead of, oh crap, this is taking forever, because then it will take forever. Okay? So I'm excited for you guys.
That was so. This card is the one that jumped out.
Ooh, yep, peace.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, so just breathe.
Release, and let what good is coming come.
Yep. It'll be awesome.
I hear your new bird. Kathy wanted to know what kind of bird it is.
So we weren't sure. It looked like a naked chicken at first. It was like chicken and like this big, but now it has feathers. It's looking like some sort of common finch or sparrow or something.
Yeah, or like a wren.
A wren. Maybe?
Yeah, that makes more sense. I don't think it's a finch. It's already too big.
Oh.
Well, they come in lots of sizes.
Just like people, Debbie. Just like people.
Huh?
They're just like people.
Oh, yeah. The baby, all it wants is to eat and poop right now.
Just like people.
Just like people.
Just like people, yes. Okay, so the next one.
So we're ready for the next question.
And Jen put
I
it up, I
posted
think.
it.
Oh, she did already. Of course she did.
She's on it.
From Greater, are there any messages from my spirit guides? Y'all wanted me to moderate, so here I am.
There you are.
Wow, that's awesome.
You're doing amazing.
I know.
Thank you.
Well,
I only have like 6 windows open.
Yeah, there you go. So don't worry about feeling stuck, greeter. Remember that when you're feeling stuck, that's a time of, just kind of pausing and looking at the healing and where you need to see. It's really a time. Remember, my guides won't let me call it COVID. They want me to call it the time of silence. So this time of silence is really for you to heal and look at yourself and rake up. Here she is. She's raking and she's sorting through all of that, and diamonds are coming up. So it is time for a rebirth. Remember that the fire around it means spirituality. So you're searching through that spirituality, and then you get to ascend. There's new things that come, but you can't get the prize without doing the work, they're telling me. So you got to sort through some stuff still. And we are always doing that. We're always sorting and healing and growing. So.
Yeah, I also saw you kind of in a garden preparing the ground to put in the seedlings. So that really backs up, Karen, what you were saying. It's like you got to do that preparation work to make sure the ground is right for the plants to grow and to get in there and seedlings. Also, I wanted to ask you, Teresa, do you get headaches behind your eye? Do you get those headaches that come in behind your eyes by any chance?
That might be me.
And then this card came in for you right at the beginning, and this too, the Knight of Ariel, is talking about make sure that you address all the details. You know what I mean? So you're gonna plant veggie seeds. That's awesome. So just being mindful of that ground part. I keep seeing the ground. That's awesome.
Well, it's also about being grounded right now with this crazy energy that we have here.
Go ahead, guys.
So From your spirit guides over here, we have that you had sort of a rebirth and a coming to yourself and awareness happen, and that they were sharing lots of messages with you that you are now sharing. Like you're able to be in that third center of heart flowing out, but they're warning against laziness in that, in all the gifts you've been given and the path you're on, to sort of remember to check and track your negative patterns, to make sure you're constantly sweeping those out so that you can continue to share in your full power.
Yep.
That's good.
You and I say it at the same time. That's good.
That's good.
It's funny that you should say that because I got pay attention to the signs. Okay, so look and pay attention to the signs. Don't just ignore them. And then comes time for celebration. Okay.
Yeah. And I want to back that up, paying attention to the signs. Pay attention to your heart. Pay attention to what hurts. Any pain that you've held in that you need to address, and don't isolate.
Yeah.
When you're feeling down or you're feeling that pain,
the isolation causes that negative pattern, that isolation or that laziness, whatever it is. The isolation leads to that.
Yeah, and they're saying that when you find, this is for anybody out there, when you find yourself feeling angered or feeling, just feeling angry, you need to ask yourself, I'm a firm believer that fear or anger only masks fear, frustration, and hurt. And so when you're angry, you need to look at it. Am I fearful? Am I frustrated? Am I hurt? So that's one of the things that they're saying is really kind of break down and really get raw with the emotion that you're feeling and figure out why it is that it is, if that makes sense.
But then I have these on either side of you, the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands. And so, I mean, the Daughter of Wands, sorry. Daughter of Wands. So again, that you have this new, you have this abundance of love coming in and healing and opportunity to grow. I go back to the vision of you in that garden, and it's been the ground you've been preparing this, and everything's in place. And so for that abundance of love, and with the Daughter of Wands on the other side, really walking fully in who you are, bringing in that creative, passionate self in whatever that energy direction that you have your mind set to. So, yeah.
Yeah, and take those journeys that are so nourishing to your soul and integrate them into your being. Like that's going to keep you in your fullness, to really meld like the inner world, your inner and your outer, to continue moving in the gifts.
Yes. Yes.
Yep. Very good. Very awesome.
I'm going to do one more card for you, Greeter, Teresa. Let's see. These cards are big and they fall all over. I can do it. So I have, and I'm sorry, the green screen. So Celebrate you is what it says. And that just backs up. So Spirit is just bringing in, celebrate you and allow this to come forth. Allow yourself this healing. Trust the process. All right. Blessings to you. Thank you. Question?
Oh, girl, I posted it. It's just the delay.
Okay.
Well, I'll just read it out loud. S. Walker 1061 says, I have a son that passed 3 years ago, and I'd love to hear from him.
Jen, I can barely hear you.
There it is.
Les Walker has a son that passed 3 years ago. I would love to hear from him.
Can you write his first name down? Whoever, S. Walker. Can you give me his first name, please?
This whole time I thought I was talking in my microphone, and I was talking into the charger for my headphones. So I apologize.
Is she still here?
Given name John, but I called him Bob, she said.
I could barely hear you, Jen.
Okay, so it's John, and that's so funny because I almost said don't ask the name, Karen, because I had the name.
Yeah.
I had John.
Good, John.
His given name was John, but they called him Bob. Okay. Old soul. Messages. Let's just put him on.
It's really odd because I don't know if it's S. Walker. I don't know the reason why I'm literally I'm trying to connect with him, but I automatically keep seeing esophagus, stomach, intestines, and I don't know what that's about. But that's all I keep seeing when I personally try to connect with him is just that. So I don't know if that means anything to you. And then I get that he sometimes it's really weird because he goes up and he kind of does this number and taps you on the top of the head and taps you on the top of the head. So that's just kind of my sign for he is around you. He is protecting you. He is seeing you, and he's guiding your way. He's helping you. And he's like, I haven't left. I haven't left. I'm still here.
Quite yet. Is that audio better though?
I cannot hear you, Jen, at all.
Let me switch my headphones. I'll be right back.
Okay.
So what I'm receiving is I sense that he kind of kept to himself. He kind of more of a quiet person, and he kind of kept to himself. More, I guess maybe would I say the word shy is kind of what I'm seeing. I kind of see him and he has his hands in his pockets and so forth, and he's just kind of shy, and that's kind of But he's showing me a picture of him sitting at the dinner table, kind of eating and smiling. And so I feel like that could have been a time that he enjoyed, was that dinner time, that time with you, with eating dinner. I just see him eating dinner. He was, how old was he when he passed? He loved to cook. Okay. So the food definitely brings him joy because he has this little smile on his face. And he feels like, since he's left, that you have 32.
Okay.
That you are kind of stuck, like you're not able to fully live.
Nope.
Since he's been gone, and he sees some divine healing coming in for you. He wants you to know there's divine healing for you when you're ready. And
yeah, I'm seeing through maybe writing that healing is going to come, writing, and then sharing that healing in employment or in a social gathering in some sort. That healing is going to come out through you.
Yeah, in that action, right? Like in doing those actions, the healing will start. I just see flowers blooming inside you. So I get the weirdest pictures, but I see these flowers inside your body blooming as you do those actions. And
maybe you guys can help me with these, but I'm pretty sure this is him, and the message he gave was the heart, and the snake in my deck is, this one is shedding, so it's transformation.
Yep.
And heart is that's where he's at right now. Just like a place of full heart, he's safe, he's like in abounding love, that like ocean of,
I just get, don't worry about me because I'm okay. As soon as you said ocean of love, I heard him just kind of like, I'm good. I'm good. So yeah, that I would agree with you.
I see him, with a big smile, like smiling, and I feel like maybe he was a really good listener. When he talked, it was important, but he was more he would listen more. But when he talked, it was important.
Yeah.
He was here, and I feel like on the other side, he's kind of the same. But he does come in, like Karen said, tapping you on the head. He does find ways to be with you and to try to tell you that he's around you. So look for those signs. Let's see. Yeah, look for the signs that he's there. He keeps showing me a lamp, but he wants you to. You can even talk to him. Just say, okay, when I see this, I know you're here, like that. But he wants you to talk to him. He's listening. Maybe that's what he was trying to tell me, that he's listening. So please talk to him. And you're not, that he understands you feel alone, but you're not. He's there. He wants you to talk to him. He still wants to be a part of your life.
And as soon as you said, Debbie, to see the signs, I actually got a strong whiff of cologne. Oh. So understand that smell can be included into that. If you smell something that reminds you of him, he might be doing it like that as well. Okay. So
Okay. So, okay, that makes sense. Thank you for that. So the picture that he was showing me about feeling stuck is kind of like with a blindfold and kind of like your arms kind of stuck down and not almost like you couldn't see where to go. But that would make sense then. I should have just said, this is what I'm seeing. But anyways, it would be easier if we could talk back and forth, right? So that's what I was seeing. And so, so what he's saying then is, don't worry, even though you can't see him, he's good.
Yeah.
He's transformed in a whole new way. He's healthy and whole, and he's sending you like more love than is humanly possible.
Yep. Hi, Landy. Okay.
And let me see, does he have any more messages for you?
I did pick out some cards, S. Walker. And so, this came out. So what, if there's anything that you're stressing out about, those little things that happened, it's going to be okay. It's going to work out. You're going to get some sort of message. This was specifically for you. You're going to get some sort of message that it's going to work out. You just got to pay attention. Just look, watch, wait. It's going to come in the weirdest way that it's going to clear up. So whatever those little things that kind of tear you up or take away from you, it's going to be all right. So don't stress over that. Okay. So,
yeah.
Wrap her up in pink light, guys.
Yes. Sending you hugs and love. And yeah, look for those signs. Talk to him.
So I posted the next question from Greeter. It's 2 up.
Yeah, I see that. Thank you. I feel like, didn't Kathy have a question before, or no? Before that one, or no? You're on it, Jen. I trust you.
There's 4 more for Kathy.
Okay. Because I feel like I thought we already did a couple questions
From Greeter, yeah.
I'm just doing them in order.
Okay.
I asked her to keep them in order.
Okay.
So Greeter, I feel like he's still around you too, and he just wants you to know that. Okay, so my sign for we all have a pact of what we write when we come down here, and my sign that they give me is I just took a huge bite of steak. Like I wrote all of these things that I wanted to do when I got down here. But when I really looked at it, I took this huge bite of steak and now it scares me and it chokes me down. And I don't want to do all this. So he just wanted you to know that it had nothing to do with you, and make sure that you know that he's fine. He's safe. He's good. And it was mainly, sorry, I'm all scooting my computer away. It was mainly that, like, I took on too much. So that's the sense that I get, but he's good.
Yeah, I see a very playful, joyful, laughing. I mean, I don't know if you hear things sometimes, Teresa, but I feel like he's pretty playful. And if you hear things around the house, it could be him just bringing his beautiful energy in around you.
Yeah.
So that's kind of that's what he's showing me. But he is very joyful where he's at. I keep getting the word joyful. I don't really use that word, but that's what I'm hearing. Joyful.
Yeah, he's joyful. Sarah, do you have anything that you want to end? Ladies, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just getting, I think, a lot of what the wisdom that you have gained from this experience and how it sits with you now is just so beautiful. And
Yeah.
I think part of that is their energy still with you. And often you don't feel that wisdom and you shy away from it, but it's so there.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay. Who's next, Jen?
Blessings, greeter. Oops.
Can you hear me okay now?
Oh, now we can.
Okay, well, it was my headphones. So the next one is from Am. May I ask, who am I meant to be in this lifetime? And in other words, what's my life purpose?
Ooh.
What am I meant to be this lifetime? What's my life purpose?
The first thing that I saw was this big heart. And I think, when I try to put it into perspective, it's like all of us, the number one thing that we're here to learn is love, and to be a great source of love. So that's one of the things that I felt was just to walk in love, to be love, and to really experience love in all that it looks like. And sometimes it ain't pretty, So,
And I'm seeing you, Am. I'm seeing you looking over, like you've climbed this mountain and you're looking over. You have a staff in your hand. It's some kind of like you're some kind of leader, of a guide of some sense. Like you've walked that path and now you're going to be guiding others along that path, so to speak. So that's kind of the vision I saw, but we'll take a look in the cards too.
So one of the cards that I picked, I wanted, for some reason they said do this one. So Am, this is my light worker oracle. And so what this one talks about, and it's cosmic heart, cosmic Christ. Okay, this is all about you just kind of stepping into your power. And, they show you at such an intense vibration right now. And even though at times that it feels like you're just kind of knocked off the surfboard. So that's one of my signs is, right now, some of us can get on the surf and we can ride it and it feels good, but then we get knocked off and it feels pretty bad. And then you're just kind of, treading water to kind of get up and get that breath again. And that's what this energy has been for some of us, some really, really intense energy. But this card just basically represents that you're going to be really looking at yourself, and there is some intense healing, and they show you just ripping off a scab, and it's really, beautiful to kind of see this picture that I'm getting. It's like you really, really are working hard to change those paradigms, to change all of those things, to just really kind of change who you are and whatever that looks like to you. But, your guides are like cheerleading and saying, she's doing it. You're finally opening your eyes to things that were different. So keep doing whatever it is that you're doing, just keep doing it, because they're saying you're doing awesome. And be okay with, remember that you are an empath. Be okay with creating good boundaries. And it is okay to say, no, I can't help you today. I just can't do this today. So they're saying good boundaries on that.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're getting that your ability to participate and be a part of a group, like your greatest key, your greatest strength and insight for all of that is just your ability to be patient and like have this like
Steady presence.
Right. So steady, so nurturing, so like timeless. Nothing can move you. And that is like invaluable to groups of people.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's followed by wisdom and strength we have here. So just like intense wisdom and strength in your being.
And that her fur gets my face. Okay, so and that goes along with the Chariot card that came in for you here. You know, bringing in that ability to draw together two opposite strengths and move forward. You know, determination and forward movement there for you.
Yeah, I'm getting courage within this. So like take courage in whatever path this is about. You are that woman.
You have a really good ability to bring people together.
Yeah.
You can see people's abilities and skills and go, okay, here's the team. You do that, and you do that, and you know, and you can see it, and you have that.
And they follow your strength and your wisdom and your courage is brave open-heartedness that literally like it restores our confidence in human nature. Woman, good.
When you guys were talking about direction and when you guys were saying, you know, just kind of being that leader, it was really odd to me that I had direction in my hand.
Interesting.
I mean, you know the direction you want to go. And sometimes, you know, if you look at the card, it's someone that is spinning in all kinds of different directions, but you get it figured out. And then you get to be that leader, that person. And you have all the knowledge within you. You know, you have it all. So, you know, my guides are saying, don't cut yourself short, you know, fake it till you make it. And this is all about, I love this picture. This is one of my favorite cards because it truly is about dropping all of your baggage, all of your crap, so that you can be this beautiful spiritual person that you're meant to be. You know, so when you look at the outsides, okay, so when you're just, let me try to get that in there. When you're just looking at the outsides, you know, this is mainly air, and air represents, oh God, now it just flung right out of my head. Okay, ladies.
Very air-like.
Very air-like thing. So, I mean, it's really good. So they just keep saying, don't cut yourself in the knees. You know, don't cut yourself off. You do have the potential, and they're saying, stand in your power, stand in your strength, and know that you got it. You know, you do have this. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Follow your heart and take action and take courage because you really do have what it takes. And people will follow, and it's going to create joy and happiness, really, in so many people.
Yep.
So whatever that card is telling you.
Creating joy and happiness.
I'm glad I got to see my cat Luna.
Luna.
That's my cat.
She misses you.
Oh, I need to. Oh, yeah, I miss her. She's not really my cat. I'm allergic to cats, but she loves me.
I am too.
Oh.
You can have our bird.
No, that thing squawks too much.
Well, I'm excited for you. This is a beautiful reading for you. I think really speaking.
Ooh. Okay, so Positively Dawn. Thank you, Jen, for putting that up.
You're welcome.
Says
Smiles to all. The question, is there a message that I'm not getting from my angels or guides? I don't need glasses, Karen, so let me help you.
I know. I'm like, I put my eyeballs in.
MM says, thank you so much, beautiful ladies. I appreciate it.
Aw.
Aw.
Thank you. So, like a hidden message or like a secret message?
Emily, is there a message that I'm not getting from my angels or guides? Oh, that's interesting. So it's something maybe that you're missing. Like they're trying to tell you, but you're missing, right?
So, it's very funny that you've worded your question like that,
Yeah.
because immediately what I heard was we all need to get in the habit of asking ourselves empowering questions.
Mm.
All too often we say, why am I going through this? Why did I do this? And that's not a question how you should word the question. What you should say is, and this may not be for you, it could be for someone else out there, but what can I learn from this situation? What can I learn from this? And then they do say, some of your guides are saying, well, she kind of just walks past the stop signs,
She needs to slow down.
Yep. Go ahead, explain that.
Slowing down.
Yeah. Well, we miss the signs when we're speeding around too quickly. Yeah, and I didn't ask the question like, what's the message that's not coming through? I asked, what is stopping her from noticing the signs? Because I feel like they're always there.
Yeah.
They're just like you're not at the right frequency or like in the right headspace.
Yes.
To receive what's coming through.
Yeah. And that's what in my head, that's what my sign is. It's like you're walking down the street and there's a stop sign, but you're like looking at your phone and you just keep going right past it because I have all of this other stuff that I'm dealing with. So that is excellent, excellent how that comes together. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So I pulled these 3. And so for whatever purpose, positively, Dawn, what they're saying is, what's your darkest fears? And you don't have to answer that. It's an invitation to really look at like, what are you afraid of? When you really break it down, does that thing that you're afraid of, do you really give it that much? I don't know how to put it. Like, is it really worth being fearful of? And then this is seek, and you really need to seek the things that are out there and what really makes you happy. Giving and receiving, this is huge, and usually healers and empath gets this. And the reason why is because we are so awesome about giving. Oh, we love to give. We'll just give you the shirt off our backs. Ask any 4 of us.
Long. Give.
Give. But the minute somebody tries to give us, we're like, ooh, no, it's okay. I got this. I can do it on my own. But remember that everything is energy. And so, we basically are, you got to remember that the same wonderful feelings that you get by giving, you need to let someone else reciprocate that. They're saying, let someone else do that because they need that they need to feel that too. Okay.
So I have the sun for you. This is my favorite card in the deck, the sun. And, bringing in that wonderful, that enlightenment, that light. It's bringing positive thinking, inspiration, those things that and there's the sun again. So you have the sun twice. So it really, you have that over you. I just see the light over you. And then you have the star coming in here. And again, that's, you know, that wishing upon a star thing. So you do look, I mean, you do, you do manifest, you do have that intuition, you do have that desire to have that communication open, and it's there. And you have here the strength. So there's what they're saying. I love this card. Bringing in that divine healing for you. So whatever you feel like, at the beginning of this reading, they were bringing up some of the things that may be some of the blocks or some of the challenges that are causing you to not fully, maybe you feel like you're missing messages here or there. And it's almost like, you know, possibly focusing in the wrong areas or whatever, like you're focused in on the stone on the ground and actually it's a bigger picture or something like that. That's what they showed me at the beginning of the reading anyway.
Yeah.
But with this card coming in with the healing card, with the divine healing and understanding there coming there and strength, don't worry about having all the skills or all the pieces together. Don't worry about that. Just do what you know. Like take and do what you know in this area. Intuition and knowing, and I feel that's where it lies, because we have the two sun cards coming in and the star card. So I feel like it has to do with that intuition and psychic and all that. Trust in what you already have there. The message that's coming in, I'm trying to make it clear. I'm getting a little tired, so I might start losing some of my words. So, but it's like trust in what you have. And you here with the 9 of Cups, it's like this is an interesting one too for you. And that's a very connected to divine card, but it's also bringing in fulfillment. It's totally fulfilled, and it's all good. It's all there, and you're very comfortable in that. And so don't worry that you don't have all the tools that everybody else. You have your own stuff. You don't need to have their tool or do what they do to be able to connect. Okay.
Yeah. With you saying like the they part, whoever that is.
Oh, yeah. I don't know who that is.
It's possible that it's coming through some form of institution or like religion or something like that. That's kind of making her feel like she's
Stifled.
boxed into these like certain realities that aren't conductive or like productive for anybody, and that there's a death coming from all of that, like your own inner knowing, your own morality, what you think is right and what you think is wrong is more important than what you've been taught to think is right and wrong.
Yes.
And to return to this child.
And that's what I got from the sun. I know it's often like a naked child entering the world on a horse, you know, with the sun behind it. So we got the girl child, which is also to really take on that childlike new perspective, new beginning. And that's really gonna to pull you forward, pull you out of it and forward.
That's awesome.
I like the way that you said pull you out of it, because pretty soon you're going to have the freedom to do the things that you really do. And, you know, and like to come full circle, it was about slowing down and listening, and you're going to get what you need, and be gentle with yourself.
Yes, that's a good word. Be gentle with yourself. And yes, Jen, thank you. So yeah, I'm starting to really get tired. How many's on the list, Jen?
Right now we have 8.
Okay, so because I hit a wall, and so it's what time is it here? Yeah, so it's almost 9 o'clock here. I'm an early bird. I get up at 6 and go to bed early, so I'm starting to get really tired, guys. Should we take like 2 more or something? Okay, 2 more. 2 more. Sorry, guys. I know you were on the list, and we usually like to really get through everybody's question, but when I get really tired, like I start sounding really weird, and you
No, you don't want to see that.
you don't want to see me tired.
It's
We
not
could get weird.
I love you all. And I thank you for coming and hanging out in this community. You know, it was just I think it was a really tough day for a lot of us, especially the empaths on here, but everybody, really heavy energy. And so I'm glad we got to do this and hang out and kind of release some of that. And so that's awesome.
Oh, I'm being asked to talk about what we talked about earlier, which was keep in mind that for this, it's just going to be a little rough this month. The energies are going to be wonky. You all need to make sure that you're grounding, really, really like grounding yourself, and then really figuring out when you're angry. And like I said not too long ago, I believe that anger only masks it masks 3 things: fear, frustration, and hurt. So that you need to really look at that and see, why am I pissed? Okay, well, you figure out that you're hurt or you're angry because you're hurt about something, and then kind of see it that way and break it down. They're just saying that it's going to be extremely ungrounding energy this month. Add in the fact, like the girls told you, the astrologers, it's a wonky kind of, be gentle energy,
Intense right now. Very, very intense.
Yeah.
And I would, they're asking, my guides are saying, can you please say that thing about the relationship again and having to stir up relationships and look at it? How did you put that? Because that was so important and somebody needs to hear that.
Yeah. So Venus retrogrades every 18 months. She does it for 40 days. It gives us this opportunity to review things that have come up in the last 18 months, but just things in general about relationships. And it doesn't necessarily have to be like a relationship with another person. This bird is like freaking out again because we're talking about Venus, I think. It's your relationship to beauty. It's your relationship to like love and feeling good in the world and what you need to have all of that. So it's also when she's closest to the earth. So if anybody was paying attention, she was over in the evening sky for so long, just like looking down on us and like sending us love and being like, did you get the lesson yet? Like, I'm here to guide you through this lesson. And I'm also feeling the need to say that Venus works in an 8-year cycle, so that anything that you were experiencing 8 years ago, so that would have been like summer of 2012, like that's also coming up for review. You're probably finishing that part out because that was the last time she started a cycle in Scorpio, and Scorpio is dark. And so like it makes you go to the depths. It is your subconscious.
And, add all that in, and then add the, they immediately show me that the rug again. So all that sweeping that us as a society, as a culture, have swept underneath the rug and hidden, we're just be gentle with yourself, be gentle with others. Understand that as a whole entire planet, we cannot continue the way that we have been doing things. So it is going to hurt. It is going to be rough. And for those of us that have hard times, you know, because we're givers, 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 it is about really holding up good boundaries and saying, I can't help you because I'm barely hanging on to my shit. I can't help you with yours, you know? And so it really is. And then hold space when you can hold space for people, but they just want all of you guys to know that just kind of came in late, that that's kind of where we're at right now and kind of where we're headed.
Yeah.
Those of you that follow us, we were kind of saying that before, you know, they lifted the carpet up last time about this much. Well, now we're about to here. So we still haven't even seen all of the crap that's happening, and we can't continue this way. So it'll happen, you know, slowly but surely, because if they were to yank that bad boy, you know, it would just be tremendous and it would be really hard. So just keep growing and healing, and understand that growth is pain. I mean, it hurts a lot.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. The grounding, preserving your soul fire, like however you do that, make sure you're constantly checking in to know that that's not being used against you, because that is your strongest, that is our strongest weapon, is our soul and the fire, the passion that we're all feeling. So let it not be used against us.
Yeah.
yeah. And
Good
so
word.
remember that you can use in any situation. You know, it's easy to say forgive. It's a different thing to actually do that. If you cannot forgive situations in your life, I always say, imagine a beautiful, beautiful pink light shining down on those situations, those people, whatever it was that hurt you, that you just can't let go of. So now's the time to be shining the light all over earth for whoever needs it. So, okay, sorry, we kind of got off on that one.
Positive for Life wants to know what days you come on so that she can stay alert.
Yeah, that's a good question. Thank you for asking that. And so on
Sundays, 11 to 11 Mountain Time.
I'm getting tired.
You are getting tired.
So on Thursday too, we come on Thursday morning at 9 a.m. Mountain Time.
Yeah. And so
put on Gothangelic's channel, and all that information's in the description. And we'll be back here.
And we're going to do the Venus readings too. I feel like that's important, and we get super excited about it because what she has to say is just like spot on and really, really insightful and beautiful always. So
if you make sure that you click on Debbie's channel and then click subscribe and then hit the bell, then every time she comes on live, you will get notice of that. Okay.
Yes. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for reminding. Remember to subscribe.
Can I do a quick plug for you guys for this weekend?
Yes. But can you also write it down too?
Yes. Do you want me to do it at the same time? I can attempt to.
Either way, whatever's easier for you.
Okay. So I'll type out my email in the comments, but they're going to be doing 30-minute time slots. Karen and Debbie are going to do 30-minute time slots together. Forgive if you hear noise in the background. I have a 4-year-old attempting to get water, and it's making me a little nervous. Anyways, so 30-minute time slots. If it's something that you're interested in, it is a paid 30 minutes, and so it's $1 a minute for your time slot. And then they get paid through Venmo, CashApp. I don't think PenPal's on there anymore, right, Karen?
No, I have PayPal.
Oh, and PayPal.
And Square.
And Square. And so then you can go in, you'd get sent a personal link into Karen's Zoom. And you basically sit in the waiting room until it's your turn, and then they bring you in and you get a full personalized reading with Debbie and Karen on Saturday. So if it is something that you're interested in, like I said, I'll leave my email in the comments, and we can get you scheduled.
And that is this Saturday. So we would love to do that personal reading for you. And it's like, again, 30 minutes of the two of us, and it, you know, It's fun. It can be very powerful. But yes, we would love to have you a part of that. And so, and what I like about it's we get to see you and have that interface. So, yeah.
It's a Zoom meeting, so we actually get to have that interaction. We're speaking, we're seeing you, we're talking to you. It also is, it has a passcode so that nobody else can jump in there. So yeah, it's very fun. It's very cool. So, okay, Jen, what is our next question?
Next question is from Jima. I'm working on it. I'm trying to find it. Let's see. Jima would like to know, what do my guides want to tell me?
Okay. Guides.
Georgie, we are in Colorado, so Mountain Standard Time, USA.
Hi, Karen. I love you.
I love you too, Aston. Can I see your face?
Hold on, please.
We want to see your face, cutie.
Hi, baby girl. I love you. Hi.
Okay, now say bye.
Bye.
Okay, later. Good. So, Jima, I don't know who just stepped in here. Okay, so someone has stepped in, and usually when I get someone stepping in like this, it you know, they're just telling me it doesn't really matter. You know, she just needs to know that you have a lot more strength sometimes than what you give yourself credit for. And this person who has passed, and like, they're like, it doesn't really matter. You know, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Just tell her that she has a lot more strength than what she gives herself credit for. And that the people that have passed that you knew, like I'm going to say he, because that's what it feels like.
Yeah, it's a he. Yeah.
It's a he. And he's like, just tell her that we love her. You got a whole they literally, a bunch of cheerleaders all right here in front of me. And that, you know, just stay strong for whatever that means to you. They just want you to know that they love you. They have your back, and stay strong. And call on them when you need them. Okay. So that's what I got.
I have the Knight of Gabriel coming in for you, Jima. And when that angel card comes in, it talks about it's time to take some action. It's time to move forward on something that you've been wanting to do. And you have passion there to do it. So you've been mulling this over, and you know, and it's something that you're passionate about, but it's time to take action forward. But I see that the message coming in with that is the Tower. And so with the shaking up of things right now, it's kind of like maybe there's been a step back because of all the shaking up, and you're like, do I move forward now or not? But the overall energy is yes. But also because you were talking about standing in your power, standing in your truth. This is the Queen of Swords here. And she comes in very strong. able to speak truth, live truth. You feel secure with her because you know where you're at. And there's so much more to her. I was trying to hear, I'm tired, sorry. I was trying to hear if there was something specific to you that would describe her. But anyways, what's really blocking you fully from this energy is the Three of Swords here. And the Three of Swords is some past wounds that kind of make you hesitant on moving forward in whatever this is that you're passionate about doing.
I want to jump in here real quick because
Yeah.
I got exactly the three of, this is kind of like the Three of Hearts.
Uh-huh.
You got to go down and you got to look, you got to do some soul searching. You got to clean that up. You know, it's the time, you know, like Debbie, where I think you were going, Debbie, which was that simplicity card. You know, you got to drop all that baggage, all that things, all those things that no longer serve you.
Right. And it's really, and if you have to, it's really taking a look at each one of those swords, so to speak, and really bringing truth and knowledge to, what was that sword meant? What were those words meant to? They were meant to hurt me, but do they hurt me still? You know what I mean? Do you want to hold on to those words, or do you want to cut them off and let them go because they do not serve you anymore? And you know better now. You know better standing in that energy of what all those wounds are, and do we hold on to them and make them our truth, right? And then the action card is the Chariot, and that's bringing all the forces together and moving forward in victory. Okay, you have that strength and power to do that, and that's what you guys they're coming in with that message and saying, you've got this, you've got it. And they understand the shaking, they understand the pain, they understand what the things that are kind of holding you back, but they're saying, whoa, you've got this, go
Yeah,
for it.
we're also acknowledging that spirit in our reading is acknowledging the anguish, like some intense loss and pain, and that there's some guilt in letting that go. But there's a message also from a male saying, like, it's okay. It's okay to let go. I'm good. You can always see me, and I'm here. And that you're going to be going on a journey after this. Like, once this is, yeah.
You know, this person really, just like Sierra said, I mean, he's got your back. You know, you just got to talk to him.
That's beautiful. I am really sorry for your pain, and it really was earth-shaking, this loss, this pain, and maybe the loss of this person, this male person. But they really want you to move forward in your full strength and live and
Come out of that isolation and journey. It's time to journey now.
Yeah, and not only live but journey and thrive. Be victorious in your life.
Yep.
So blessings to you.
The last two cards I got were answered prayers. So some things are going to come true, and then some abundance. You're going to get some abundance that's going to be coming through and happening for you. So that's really awesome. So really good stuff coming from you. Okay, thank you, Jima.
Giving you a hug, Jima, from here. Okay, our last question, Jen.
Okay, so I just posted it, but it is
Oh, there it is.
Keisha. And it says, what's coming towards me in love?
I should.
And my guides would say, what do you want in love?
Is Keisha still here?
Yeah.
So we decided we're going to do the Venus reading for this.
For Keisha? Perfect. Give a little.
Show what it's about. And we feel like this question is perfect for it.
Go ahead, Keisha, and write it out again, and I'll post your question in your words. How's that? She said, what's coming this year? Love this year. So Sierra and Carissa are gonna do their little spread on it. But
I want to answer Sarabi. We are not taking anymore. We've been doing it for 2.5, and so it's pretty late for us right now. And so we're doing this last reading, but you can catch us on 11:11 Mountain Standard Time, and also you can catch Debbie and Lola, who is not here tonight, on Thursdays. And then these 3 beautiful ladies are going to be doing Venus readings. So please subscribe, hit the bell, and then you will know when we are on. Debbie will always be on, and it kind of rotates.
all right. So, Kaisha, I see you, and you have a handful of balloons, and you're releasing. So that is my symbol of you're putting it to the universe. You're putting it out to the universe, kind of what you desire, and so that's good. Important to know what you are looking for in love. What is it that you want? Be specific, and in those balloons, you're being specific. Each one has a specific thing, and you're putting that up to the universe. So that's a very good start, I'd say.
Do you want me to go, or are you guys ready?
You go ahead and go.
Okay. So I picked out 5 cards, which is a relationship deck that I have. And one of the things one of the very toughest things that I got was refusing to see. And this is a really hard card because it really is, what I first saw was, what are you refusing to see about self? Okay. Because they had me spin around and look at myself. So I would say this gets kind of hard, Keisha, and the reason why is because, and part of my language here, but you really got to look at past relationships, just like the ladies said about looking and what this energy is. But what they're saying, what I'm hearing is that it's like if someone calls you a bitch, does it really make you a bitch? No. But if everybody calls you a bitch, then you got to kind of look at that and go, well, maybe I am, So it's saying that, what are you refusing to see? What are you, And so what I always tell people is the people that love and truly care for you, the people that really have your best interests at heart, what do they tell you? Are they telling you you're going out with really jerkheads? Or are they telling you, oh, you're picking really good people? Okay. So another thing that came out was confronting. Confronting is not about confronting other people. Confronting is sometimes confronting things about yourself. And then ultimately shine, because things will work out. And then you have lots of joy and stability. Okay. So, and simply love. And I always say when a love card comes up, and this is, automatically they say love at 16. It's a lot different than love at 50. So just kind of being honest about what you really want. Okay. I'm done with it.
The first initial card that came out for you, after I like to sit and try to sit with your energy and kind of see you. And that's when the balloon thing came up. So important, first of all, to put out to the universe specifics of what you're looking for, right? And the 6 of Michael coming in is a promise of kind of like light at the end of the tunnel. Take a breath, breathe. It's going to be okay. And it's something good is coming in for you. There is movement towards this love coming in for you. So that's the beginning of the reading. Are you girls ready?
We're still sort of working it out, but
Okay.
maybe we can talk through it.
Can you put the camera down? I mean, can you pull the
No,
computer camera down onto the cards?
it'll
Okay.
be upside down, I think.
That's okay.
There.
All right. So that's the spread. This is the really cool spread, you guys. This is
We need another camera.
okay.
I'm going to send you some sunscreen is what I'm going to send you.
Yeah, it won't matter. I'll forget what happened. So so in this Venus reading, we have 3 different energy cards, and one is representing the past cycle that is ending now because she's in retrograde. So that would mean the last 18 months of love and relationship. And in that, we have the 8 of Cups.
Time to move on, or like letting go of a hopeless situation. And the woman is initiating this. She chose all of this.
So you initiated something which was a letting go, like a walking away, seeing the future, giving thanks, and just being like, I'm going to move forward. That was the last phase or cycle. And in your conscious awareness in that cycle was a seeking, was the searching. We have the stars. So that was above. And then below was death. So there was a subconscious, like this was happening on the basis of something just dying off and you moving forward. So bridging that into now, the present integration that you're experiencing before we move into the next cycle, which would be your question, is 4 of Cups reversed, which, what was that?
Yeah, so that's kind of being like easily persuaded, but also like there's a good side to that too. It's like dropping your guard a little bit, or like learning to kind of share with others, but
and take hold of opportunity, like as it's presented to you, which is the good side of that card. So like the fallow time, like the time of just sitting and waiting is over. Like you're enthusiastic, and your conscious awareness is the fox. So you're aware of, I think, like all the skills you've
seen. She sees it.
Yeah.
She gained like a lot of like cleverness and like life skills, street smarts from this previous experience.
Mm-hmm.
And it was bridged by a time where you really did your inner work. Like it was winter inside, but you used the time wisely, and now you're ready. And subconsciously underlying that is this: you're moving from one place in your life to the next.
Yep.
So that is underlying the present moment. Exactly.
And I wanted to do this one because they're saying hold it up because you were patient and you took that time to do those things.
Yes.
I find it funny when we're always at the same.
Awesome.
I love that Osho deck. It complements so well all the time.
So bringing you forward into the next cycle are blessings. Like be aware of all those blessings because they're going to pop up all over. And then we have the Lord representing the next cycle for you. So what Venus is desiring to see in love and beauty for you is this energy, which is, in my deck, it's the Lord,
The Emperor.
which is the Emperor.
Yeah.
And
So it could be a person, or it could be this like,
it's a strong energy.
right, this masculine energy that has the ability to like prioritize and organize things within your life.
And very, very, it's a mature,
Yeah.
they've lived life, they've seen a lot, and they're very level headed, and they're just really good at guiding and loving and doing, and you don't even know they're like, there's movement happening. They're amazing.
Stable.
And I like that. I wouldn't be shocked if this person has a few years on you.
Yeah.
True. Like there's a truth about them, like true in their values, what they believe is important, and just super clear. Like there's no bullshit there. Like there's healthy boundaries, and there's like a real steadiness.
Mm-hmm.
And on the conscious awareness of that cycle, we have heart. It's full, endless, absolute love. So you're going to be aware of like a very powerful just love and heart surrounding you. And under that is strength. And knowing exactly what your body needs to nourish and thrive at all times.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a healthy energy. And then preceding it is the little boy, his innocence. I don't want to say like it's a real boy child.
I kind of thought when like maybe it's this older man's child.
So like bringing in,
maybe he has which will bring like this joy to life also, but there's also the cross there.
Well, and because the bear card, right, also stands for like the matriarch, like having power within a household, but kind of as a matriarch. And yes, subconsciously that's what's on the bottom, and then the top is this universal love. And it just seems like there could be a very like happy functioning household that is
devoted, like, and unified with that cross. I think it's like this really everyone understands and respects the importance of this arrangement, and it's really powerful and beautiful and healthy.
Oh, so she's been wishing for a baby.
Well, I mean,
that was my first hit.
Yeah.
So maybe it's coming in here in the next 18 months.
Yep. I wanted to add to the Emperor, the energy also coming in with the King of Pentacles, and that security, and security, not only financial security, but offering that space for you to feel secure in yourself and being yourself. I always want to say that. And, he's going to be able to balance there's going to be, with everything that's going on, he's able to bring that balance in. Okay. And your question, you asked, do you already know him? And I wanted to show you what I got. And that's a yes. You have the 10 of Cups, the 9 of Cups, and oh my gosh, and the Knight of Cups. And so that's abundance of first of all, it's a yes.
You knew you already knew him.
And so, but it also backs up what they said, with the abundance of happiness coming in there with the 10 of Cups and the 9 of Cups. It's just like it's all there. That it's like meant to be.
The last 3 cards that I picked was trust in spirit, because everything's going to be okay.
She said,
Lots of love coming. There is so much love coming your way. And this is going to give you lots of blessings. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're excited for you.
Sierra and Marissa, I love that spread. And
Yeah.
it just really does, it hits it so deep on kind of
It is so
the journey of like kind of yesterday into now and into, into the next 18 months. I love it.
That's Venus. That's her potency.
Thank
And
you,
that's
Venus.
what
Thank you, Venus.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
those past cycles are always like so good to look back on, I feel like, because it's been a rough ride. Like Venus in Scorpio is not necessarily the most fun thing. And it's just like so inspiring that she, tells people when it's time, like to let go, just let go of this nonsense because there's something so great waiting for you.
Yeah. Blessings to you, Kaisha.
We're happy for you.
We all want that kind of love, don't we? So again, thank you everyone for hanging out with us tonight. And remember to kind of just send out your hugs to everyone in the community here, as well as hugging the earth and sending that light to everyone.
Yeah, please remember that to like and subscribe Debbie's channel. Also, yes, Debbie and I will be doing 30-minute readings on Saturday, this Saturday. So contact Jen and she'll get you scheduled for that. And when you hit the bell, you'll know when Debbie's on.
Yeah. Make sure to hit the bell so it alerts you when we come on live, because we're going to be doing this a few times coming close together.
Ring my bell.
Oh, okay. Gma's coming on. Can somebody let me put my eyeballs on?
Hold on, I got you.
Okay.
She said,
Wow.
I'm leaving. I broke down, but I feel released now. That was my father. I just needed to thank you so much and how much I cherish your readings.
Oh, I had it. I felt you, Jima. I felt it. I almost started crying myself.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And we're glad we were able to help you out in releasing, and he's just awesome for bringing that message through.
Yeah, he did too. It was so clear.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
yay.
So we love you all, and we will see you next time. I'm sorry that I petered out. Got a little tired.
It is late here for us.
It is a little late for us.
I mean, it was only like 3 hours.
So anyways, we'll see you next time. Take care of yourselves and make sure to hug anybody that you can.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Lots of love. And stay grounded.
Yes.
Yeah.